Hi guys, I'm Jem and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a new video. It's the first video, I guess you could say. I did have another one planned, but life gets in the way, right? So yeah, hi, I'm Jem. I'm a former podcaster. If you know me, you'll probably already know me. You probably already know that. I'm the former host of Quirky Gem's podcast, where I talked about chronic illness and lifestyle. This, would you call it a vlog? I'm not so sure. I don't know. This is all new to me. But this vlog, I'm going to be talking about PMS, fibromyalgia and endometriosis. So this month, March, we're in 2020, this month is Endometriosis Awareness Month. And I did want to do a YouTube video about maternity genes. That is hopefully coming. I'm sorry if the screen's a bit wobbly. I'm waiting for this mount to go onto a tripod, but it hasn't arrived yet. So I'm going to be completely honest here, okay? And when I was a podcaster, I guess that for me, I was kind of advocating. I have a bunch of chronic illnesses. So I have migraine, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, endometriosis, and gastritis. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And I used to love talking about all this stuff. If you want to find out the podcast, I'll leave it in the description right here. Right below in the description box. This is all new to me. But yeah, this vlog, I guess, let's call it a vlog, you know, just for argument's sake. This vlog, I'm going to be talking about PMS as an endometriosis sufferer and a fibromyalgia sufferer. Okay, so I got diagnosed with endometriosis about 2 years ago now, and I had the symptoms and I was in so much pain. I went to my GP, he referred me to a gynecologist. I had a laparoscopy done and I was diagnosed with endometriosis. It turned my world upside down. Last year in August, I decided to try and push for a hysterectomy, but because I wasn't going to try the Marina coil or try something that stops my period, I didn't want to have to deal with the side effects. In my mind, I deal with quite enough already. Wasn't going to go through that. They decided they weren't going to move forward. I think that the whole point was that they wanted to put me on some medication that would stop my periods, but I didn't want to have to deal with that. I just wanted to, I wanted a bit of my life back, if I'm being honest. I'm in my 30s. I wanted the chance to try and have a career, try and have a bit of life, try and have a bit of the life that I had. Life for me stopped really when I hit 25. The recession took place. I've had like numerous jobs, but what I just wanted my life back. I wanted to be able to get up in the morning and do what every other person takes for granted. And endometriosis got so bad, and you know, the fatigue and everything else that came with it got so bad that I figured the only way I could do it was, okay, there's no cure, let's alleviate the problem. I wanted to have a hysterectomy. There's no plans for kids. I wouldn't be able to handle a pregnancy, to be honest. My body just wouldn't be able to do it. And I wanted some normality. I thought, okay, you know what, I've lived with pain, I've lived with fatigue, I want some control back. But my doctors weren't having it. They wanted to put me on something that would stop my period, but my instinct said no. So that's where it lied, I guess. Shortly after this year, I was diagnosed with my doctor and I were talking, and it seemed I was diagnosed with gastritis. So that's great, you know. But something, I'll be honest, is that a little bit about me, the background, I guess. I have been disabled most of my life, if I'm being honest. I started getting migraines at the age of 12. And they affected my schooling. If you are a former listener of my podcast, you'll already know all this. But if you just tuned into my YouTube channel, then yeah, my life kind of took a turn for like the worst when I was 12. There was a lot of family issues going on, and I guess my body reacted to that. And I had constant migraines, I had chronic migraines, and it affected me really. When I got to school leaving, I got qualifications, it was all well, but when I hit 24, 25, the recession hit, and then my health took such a battering because I was unemployed, and the amount of stress they heaped onto you, because I was on the generation that, you know, we're relying on you to kind of get a job and to build up the economy, and it just got too much and my health deteriorated. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of pissed off with life about that. I'm angry at it because I think when I talk to other people, they don't have that thing. To me, my body had a trauma, and I guess it's still there. Living with disability isn't fun. I think people think that you just stay at home, watch TV all the time, got your feet up, eat crisps and stuff. It's not how it works. It's hard. It really is. And though I'm of a positive personality, I guess, when it gets to that time of the month, it's hell. So this morning, I'm supposed to be due on the end of this week. Total transparency, you know, I'm supposed to be on this week. I use an app that tells me about my my ovulation and my period thing. It's called a period tracker. It's called the Flow app, and it's an app I have on my phone or on my tablet. And I'm supposed to be due on in a few days. Oh my god, do I know it? Okay, so a little bit about my brief history. Okay, so my maternal grandmother had bad periods. She was in the war, so, but you know, in the Second World War, she was kind of in her 20s around that time. So they didn't really talk about it all that much. It wasn't really kind of like, it was one of those things that weren't talked about at all. It was the thing of, you know, you shove a cotton panty liner in your knickers and off you went, you know, and it got really bad. So most of the women, you know, in my ancestry have had bad periods. My mum, when my mum was in her 20s and in her teens as well, she had such bad periods that she actually passed out with it. Me, I've always had bad periods. It's always been something that's happened. I remember being at school, coming home, and the cramps were so insane that literally I got in like the fetal position and I didn't know what to do. I ended up having to have a bath to kind of alleviate the cramps. Now, my periods are quite bad. If I'm being honest, they're very heavy. I just use ibuprofen and peppermint oil and CBD oil, but there's not really a lot you can do because there's no cure for it. So when I have PMS, okay, my interpretation of it, compared to what my mum went through, okay, my mum, as far as I know, didn't have endometriosis, okay, and she has arthritis. My maternal grandmother has arthritis, and I have fibromyalgia, so I know there's a link there. When I'm due to have my period and the build-up starts, you know, the drop in estrogen, it seems that my fibromyalgia, I flare up. So a week before and the week kind of approaching my period, I guess that would be the week before, I flare up with fibro. I get it at the back of my neck, I get it on my shoulder blades and my hips. It's a flaming nightmare. Everything is sensitive. I can't do much with my hair, I can't have anything on my face, I'm intolerant to heat. It's naff. And when I'm going to have PMS, I get fatigue. That is the one thing. I know it's weird because I like listed all of what I've got, but the one thing I would love to change is the fatigue. If I could have a cure, if someone could turn around and say, okay, you know, we've got all this research going on and we can find you a cure, I would love to have a cure because I think that I would be able to have some more of a quality of life. Right now though, having fatigue, it sucks. It really does suck. And so this week, today, okay, so today is Tuesday, okay, it's the 2nd of March and it's 2020. You know, in case like the description didn't already tell you that. And this morning I couldn't get up. I rolled over in bed and literally couldn't keep my eyes awake, and I have an album on the side of my bed. I know I'm old school. I have a CD album on the side of my bed, and we've just redecorated my bedroom, needed doing. That's a whole other story. But there's an album and there's a bloke on it, and I'll be honest with you, and I shouldn't, I was looking at this bloke on the album and I thought, how fucking lucky you are. Literally, you don't have periods, how fucking lucky are you, you know? When you have this much pain and you're in a fibro, I know guys get fibro, when you're in this much pain and you have fibro, how bloody lucky are you to be a guy? And I say to my other half, I should have been a guy. I mean, you know, kind of weird for him because, you know, he's with a woman. But I kind of say, when it gets this time of the month, I say, I should have been a guy. I really should have been a guy. I really, you know, I feel bad for him as well, because he's like, he's an angel, but for me, it's kind of like, it's shit, if I'm being honest. So, here's a little bit of a rundown of my day today. So, I got up, I had to have a bath because I was stiff. I couldn't do an awful lot. I've got brain fog. I can't think straight. I can barely have a conversation. I keep, you know, skipping parts in the conversation. And it's naff, if I'm being honest. I got into the bath and I just cried. And I thought, in this day and age where we have smart devices, where we have all this stuff, why are women still going through this? Why are women still going through PMS? Why are we having fibromyalgia flares? Why can't I find a cure for chronic fatigue syndrome? Do you know? On daytime TV? Oh my god, this is what triggered this video, okay? Okay. Daytime TV, you see a lot of adverts and charities come on where they're trying to kind of gain momentum and do research. And all of them, great, you know, they're getting research. When you have all these chronic illnesses and they don't do the research, chronic fatigue, I've never seen one, otherwise known as ME, I've never seen one TV advert about ME. Never seen one. They talked about it with another illness, like, you know, how people are so exhausted when they have other illnesses. They never talk about it as a standalone illness. This grabs my straws, it really does. Or fibromyalgia. Not many people know about it because it's not on daytime TV. Nobody hears about it. Endometriosis. Something that affects 1 in 10 women. No one talks about it on daytime TV. Unless you go onto like a community on like Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook. No one knows about it. And it's like, it's a nightmare. Sorry, I just covered the camera. Sorry about that. It's because, like I said, I'm waiting for my mount to come for my tripod. But nobody talks about it. When you have PMS and you have all these conditions at once, it is so isolating because no one talks about it. You tune into daytime TV, everyone's dressed up to the nines. They're talking about things like clothing or about, you know, payday or mum bags and things like this. And you're thinking, I literally feel like this world is not designed for me. I couldn't carry around a massive bag. I have to carry around a rucksack. I can't wear like that kind of jacket. It'll muck about with my fibromyalgia. I can't wear that kind of push-up bra. I mean, have you never heard of pressure points? This is all the stuff that you have to think about. And this morning, here's a prime example. So I'm in the bath and I'm crying literally because I think I'm human and I've taken as much as I can take. And I think, how fucked up is this? If I'm being honest, it really is so screwed up. And then I think about like the smallest thing. If you don't know, which you probably don't, I have an Etsy shop. I make knitted headbands, I make jewellery and accessories and enamel pins. And I bought these ball chain connectors because I was going to make a choker, which hasn't been live on my Etsy yet. But I got these ball chain connectors. Stay tuned to my Etsy and you'll see them when they go live. Couldn't find them. Literally, because we redecorated the bedroom, everything was a bit on its head. I had to have a massive clear out because of the stuff I had in my room. I didn't use it. Or, literally, I didn't use it. And what's strange is that the smallest little thing, and it made me cry. The smallest little thing, I mean, it's like for the past 2 days, I've been worried about not having enough oranges in the house, or not having enough chocolate, or, I mean, the smallest, when I can think and piece together a thought, I mean, let's be honest, it's bloody difficult when you've got fibro. I mean, am I right? Fellow fibro sufferers, you probably know me, right? You probably know where I'm coming from. But the smallest little thing, this one piece of metal that's silver coloured, I couldn't find it, and I broke down. Literally, I broke down. I mean, my mum has been painting door frames I got a little bit of paint on my finger and I lost it. I literally lost it. And it's not okay, because people shouldn't be dealing with it in this day and age. People shouldn't have to walk around with illnesses, and, you know, people shouldn't have to, I mean, I know that, like, people have a billion different cells in their body. I know that people have all this different stuff happening and no two people are the same. But for me, it's like, wow. And I'll be honest, when I feel like this, I kind of feel like, what's the point? I know it will pass. I know that, and that's the annoying thing about it. I know it will pass. I've had this every month. You know, I can't remember a month where I haven't had it. And it's very intense. It really is. And it's like, why? Why does it need to be like this? When I hit my menopause, it's going to be bad? I mean, is this something that I have to worry about? When I go through this, I wish sometimes I had the menopause, but I have no idea of knowing if that's going to be bad. You know, I kind of think, like, I know I'm a few years off of that yet. You know, I'm in my mid-30s now. And I think, is it going to be like this way for the rest of my life? Just recently, I mean, I'll be honest with you, total transparency, okay? So, last year, this is something that also I think about a lot, because I think about people who take this for granted. So, last year on my podcast, I was talking about the fact that I was trying to figure out a way of getting into radio. I've suddenly gotten into makeup, and I was thinking the other day, me and Jack, my other half, were talking about this, and I said, Jack, if I had my time over again, I would have loved to have been a makeup artist, you know. Obviously, I mean, this isn't the best look I've got. This is just one of those looks of, just don't talk to me today. It's not going to end well for you if you do. You know, that's a look I'm kind of going with. That, or like, I'm an extra in The Walking Dead. Other TV programs are available. But it's kind of like, I cut myself up. You know, moving on. But what I find fascinating is, something so small. It's like, for me, I mean, I concentrate a lot on my Etsy shop, and I'm enjoying right now on Instagram, there's this movement called Meet the Maker, which is a great way of advertising your shop. So if you're on Instagram, I'm at Gems Quirky. If you want to follow me there, I'm also on Twitter at Gems Quirky there as well. And what I find interesting is something so small. It's like, someone could have a career right now. I mean, life is all about progression, right? And if you follow my video vlogs, you'll find that I'm very spiritual anyway. That's another thing that ticks me off, though. I know things happen for a reason, but I think, how many lessons do you want to throw my way? Like, seriously, why do I have to keep walking through hell when other people don't? I kind of think I must have done something bad in a previous life. I'll be honest, this is a lot of what I do, okay? I do apologise for the wall. I just turned the TV up, the tablet up. This is what I do, okay? See that? I look up at the ceiling and I do that. I do, because I hope there's some sort of energy there. They can see it, and I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with life about putting me in this position where everything hurts and it's 10 times harder than everyone else. I was thinking about, like, careers, and I thought, it's like, people can go from career to career. People that have chronic illnesses, it's so much harder. It really is. If you want to do something, it's nearly impossible. You have to give up so much. And it's like, it's fucked off, excuse my French, but it really is. So I wanted to come on, and I wanted to, I guess this will be my first video vlog. Oh, what an impression, eh? But I just wanted to come on and to talk about it, that if you have endometriosis, PMS and fibromyalgia, and if it sucks, there's someone else here that feels it exactly the same way, and it's not talked about enough. So, as I mentioned, I wanted to come on because there might be somebody that is going through the exact same thing. It's not okay. And I don't think I would ever kind of come to terms with the fact that I don't want to come to... I'm of the mind that if something's bothering you, you should be able to change it. I don't want to feel comfortable with something that's constantly hurting me. I don't think that's healthy. I kind of will always try and fight. I'll always try and fight for something like, I don't like where I am. I don't like this. And what annoys you is, it's like past generations. I'll be honest, in my family, I'm technically one of 3 kids. So, you know, I have 3 brothers. And what annoys me, I'm the only girl, and I'm the only one that gets all of this. You know, it's like myself and my younger brother have migraines, and I think one of my younger brothers have fatigue. But I'm kind of sat here and thinking, why? None of my cousins that I'm aware of have any of this. None of my cousins have any of what I go through. Why me? You know? And I can't help but think, what's the meaning of all this? And it's something that it is. It's kind of like, why me? And it's not like, woe is me type thing. For me, I just want answers. I want answers that I'm not getting. It's like, for example, last year over here in the UK, they had in Parliament, they were talking about chronic fatigue syndrome. Now, what I find strange is that they were talking about how it's like a scandal, it affects all these different people, and literally there's a hashtag millions missing, and it's about chronic fatigue syndrome, or ME. And yesterday I got so bored with living like this, so I tweeted my MP, well, the Member of Parliament for Health and the Shadow Member of Parliament for Health, and I said, you know, last year you talked about this, you talked about CFS and ME, but we haven't heard anything yet. But then one of the half kind of said to me, we're dealing with the coronavirus now. They can't even get that shit secured. You know, there's no way that they're going to get CFS secured right now, you know? And it's like, yeah, you really do have a point, yeah. But, so I just wanted to come on and say, like, right now, I mean, I've got, all my face here hurts, and I don't look my best. I apologise for that, but I guess you're going to just have to take me as you find me right now. I'm hoping to do some makeup tutorials and some hair tutorials and talking about different things. If you want me to talk about anything, you can let me know. You can let me know on my Twitter or on my Instagram. I'm just going to be this, I find this fun, so this should be interesting. If you like, you can press subscribe. I've seen YouTube video, you know, YouTube vloggers say this, but like I said, it's all new to me. So if you want to, please subscribe if you want to hear more ramblings of me. And if you do subscribe, you'll be notified when I drop a new video. If you want to subscribe, then, you know, I'm so used to doing podcasting, but if you want to follow me, great. So, oh God. So right now I've just got pain and fatigue, and I don't know what else you could call it, to be honest. I'm just, yeah, that's it. I think that's where this, I guess, will come to an end. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope that the next time that we have this chat, you know, I hope that I have entertained you in some way. Something fucking good has to come out of this. I apologise for my language. No, this is real. Something good has to come out of this, okay? You can tell I'm spiritual. I argue with energies that aren't even there. Yeah. So, this isn't right. This isn't right. Okay. Okay. Stay tuned to my Etsy. You can find it at etsy.com/shop/made by Gem. If you want to check out my podcasts, which I don't do anymore, but if you want to check them out, you can. It's thequirkygem.wordpress.com. And I guess I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And I hope at the very least I've entertained you. If you are going through this, then there's someone in Southampton, UK going through the exact same thing. What can be said? I'll catch you later. Take it easy. Thank you. Thanks for listening.